Today we were learning about fractions, whoop whoop, more specifically using fractions to find common denominators. Do you remember last year we talked about common denominators? So in this fraction, 1/2, 2 is the denominator. Remember the top number is numerator, bottom number is denominator. Common denominator then is when the denominator is common. That means the denominators are the same. One way that we can find common denominators is by using equivalent fractions. Remember from last year, equivalent fractions are two fractions that are equal. Let's say we're starting with the fraction 1/4. In order to find a equivalent fraction, we multiply both the top and the bottom by the same number. So if I'm trying to find a fraction that's equivalent to 1/4, I'm going to take the top number times 2 and the bottom number times 2. These two numbers always have to be the same. Okay. Then I just go ahead and I multiply. 1 times 2 is 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 1/4 then is equivalent with 2 8s. Okay, let's try multiplying them both by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. That means that 1/4 is equivalent to 3/12. Let's multiply both the top and the bottom by 4. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. That means that 1/4 is also equal to 4/16. Let's do one more. Let's take both the numerator and the denominator times 5. As long as these two numbers are the same, you'll find equivalent fractions. 1 times 5 is 5. 4 times 5 is 20, which means that 1/4 is also equivalent to 5/20. All of these 5 fractions are equivalent fractions. They are all the same. They're all equal. Your assessment today looks something like this. And what you're going to have to do is multiply both the numerator and the denominator of this fraction by these numbers. Okay, so first in this column, we're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator of 2/3 by 2. So 2/3, top and bottom both times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. So our first answer would be 4/6. Okay. Then the next step, we're going to take 2/3, both of them times 3. So 2/3 times 3 on top times 3 on bottom, because those two have to be the same. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. So our answer for this one is 6/9. 6/9 then is equivalent to 2/3. Okay, next column. I think you guys are understanding this. 2/3. Well, let's take both the top and the bottom times 4 on this one. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12, which means 2/3 and 8/12 are equivalent fractions. Good luck on your assessments today, guys.